the headlines, NAF helicopter crashes in Port Harcourt. Gunmen attack INEC resident electoral commissioner in Kogi State. 5 rooms destroyed as fire got duplex in Lagos State. And on the international scene, gunfire heard in Guinea-Bissau capital after National Guard frees detained ministers. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us. And now the details. A Nigerian Air Force helicopter crashed in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, on Friday morning. The NAF spokesman Edward Gapquet confirmed the incident and the development in a statement. He said all those on board survived, though they sustained minor injuries and are being attended to at NAF Medical Center, Port Harcourt. The helicopter with the number NAF MI35P crashed at exactly 7:45 a.m. shortly after it took off for an operation against economic saboteurs in Rivers State. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says gunmen have attacked the residence of its resident electoral commissioner, the REC, in Lokoja, the Kogi State capital. The commissioner in a communique said the attack happened around 3:30 a.m. on Friday, December 1st, adding that the incident occurred a day after a mob besieged the INEC office in the state. It noted that the armed men engaged security personnel in a gun battle for over 30 minutes until reinforcement arrived. The commission called for a thorough investigation and enhanced security protection for its personnel and assets in Kogi State. A fire engulfed a duplex at 3 Michael Ogun Street, GRA Ikeja, Lagos on Friday, destroying about 5 rooms in the building. According to a statement by the Director, Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adesheye, the fire incident happened around 4:11 a.m. She said the incident occurred on the upper floor of a duplex building used as a residence. Adesheye, however, said the fire, which originated from one of the rooms, was successfully confined to the upper floor and was subsequently extinguished. The Lagos State Fire Service Director added that the collaborative response from the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service and the Nigerian Police underscores a steadfast commitment to public safety. She said that in light of this incident, the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service emphasized the importance for residents to maintain vigilance and prioritize fire safety measures within the homes, adding that continuous updates on the ongoing investigation will be disseminated as new information becomes available. The Kaduna State Police Command has arrested 8 persons for their alleged involvement in kidnappings and armed robbery in various parts of the state. The spokesman of the command, Mansour Hassan, said the suspects were arrested by security operatives in their hideout in Nuba Farm. In a Thursday statement, he said the preliminary investigation reveals that the suspects were responsible for the kidnapping of the organizing secretary of the All Progressive Congress in Kaduna, Kawiya Kasai, at Soba local government area on August 25th, and another victim, Adamu Azu, recently. The police spokesman identified the suspects as Bello Suleiman, Ismail Abubakar, Usman Suleiman, Umar Suleiman, and Isa Lawal, all from Farankasa village in Soba local government area of Kaduna State. Others were Abubakar Bello, Ibrahim Muazu, and Umar Suleiman. Now, Hassan also disclosed that the leader of the kidnapping syndicate, Wan Hanazua, is at large and is being trailed by security agencies, while the arrested suspects will be arraigned in court upon completion of the investigation. The people of Jigawa State have been advised to redouble efforts by giving their maximum cooperation to the Nigerian police force as partners to stem the tide of criminals and criminality across the state. The newly posted Commissioner of Police, Ahmed Tijani Abdullahi, stated this at the maiden press briefing held at the State Command headquarters in Dutse. Adamu Imam was there and now reports.
Recently, Dutse, the state capital, came under attack from kidnappers and armed robbery. Herders and farmers' dispute is resurfacing within many rural communities of the state. Ahmed Abdullahi is the new commissioner of police deployed to the state. He expressed his readiness to fight against all forms of criminality. He urged officers and men of the command to tighten their belt for community style of policing.
Philosophy of community policing. Constant engagement with them, constant engagement with relevant stakeholders, so that we sensitize them, enlighten them on how to live in harmony, and also if there is any problem, they should not take it into their hands or take to violence, but they should just inform either the security forces or the community, because we are not working hand in hand with the community. I believe this will go a long way in solving this area.
Abdullahi added that despite Jigawa having relative peace, a lot need to be done to sustain the tempo.
I will embark on 4 hours also. I will pay their offices, respective offices, to pay them homage, pay them a courtesy call, to solicit for their cooperation seriously, and all other things that will make Jigawa State greater.
It could be recalled that the state governor recently pledged total commitment and support to the security agencies. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Jigawa.
Kwara State High Court sitting in Ilorin, the state capital, has sentenced the Sarkin Fulani of Kwara, Usman Adamu, his brother, and one Gedado Idris to life imprisonment for conspiracy to kidnap and kidnapping. The convicts were accused of abducting one Abubakar Ahmed and allegedly collecting a ransom of 1 million naira before his eventual release after spending 20 days in captivity. The kidnap incident happened in the middle of last year. In her judgment, Justice Adenike Akinpelu said the trio all agreed to committing the crime, adding whether they were physically present at the kidnap scene was immaterial. She said the convicts supposedly arrested their victim, claiming that he was a kidnapped suspect to extort money from him.
They kidnapped a man, one Abu. He was kidnapped, and after his kidnap, he was taken to Sobi Barracks. So the defendants here, they are parties to how the ransom was collected and paid. So in fact, they even share from the proceeds of that ransom. So the main accused, who is a military officer, is nowhere to be found. So I'm sure the state is still trailing him. But the other people who benefited from that act of kidnapping by sharing the money, they have his contact. In fact, one of them collected he sent his account number to one of the defendants today, the convict today. He sent his account number to them. It was at the point of paying to his account at the POS point that he was snapped by the officers of DSS.
You're watching news updates on Trust TV. Coming up, Osun residents seeks end to sexual and gender-based violence. This and more after the break. Stay with us. If you're just joining us, this is News Update on Trust TV. Here's a recap of our top stories. We're watching NAV helicopter crashes in Port Harcourt. And gunmen attack INEC residence electoral commissioner in Kogi State. Stakeholders have advocated the need for equal participation of women and men in decision-making on key issues affecting the society. According to them, investment in women's empowerment is vital for securing sustainable economic growth and other development objectives. In this report, Zainab Garaye speaks to Nigerian women on how improved inclusivity for women entrepreneurs in Nigeria can be achieved. The report.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the overall number of persons in the labor force is 80 million, out of which males are 41.6 million and females are 38.6 million. Nigerian women entrepreneurs operate in an unfavorable business environment characterized by various challenges ranging from infrastructural deficiencies, corruption, low access to credit, and weak institutions. Hence, the need for government at all levels to provide incentives for women to make them more efficient.
I'll say on a scale of 1 to 2, 1 to 10, it's a 2, because we were really backwards when it comes to business, and I feel that we can do more. I feel we can do more.
Women are really having access to information, access to finance. It's true, but the thing is, information now is, people are really coming up with new campaigns. Government are really supporting initiatives, and there are so many empowerment programs out there. But are the women aware of these empowerment programs? Like this morning I spoke about the NKS grants, and everybody is eligible to this grant as long as you're running your business in Abuja. We have an app where even if you're in Kuali or you're in Abaji area council as a real woman, you can ask your school child to help you apply for this money. But this one now, we have this information, and so the money keeps recycling among same people. I got the money, I'm telling a family friend to go and apply and get the money, and it's not reaching to the people that it's supposed to go down to. So information is vital here, and I think government will also step up in providing information to people about these new programs, initiatives that can really empower the women.
Empowering women, stakeholders say, is essential to the health and social development of families, communities, and countries. According to them, when women live safe, fulfilled, and productive lives, they can reach their full potentials, contribute to the workforce, and raise happier and healthier children. Zainab Arai, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The residents of Osun State on Thursday held a public rally in Osogbo, the state capital, to seek an end to the abuse of the rights of women and children. The event was part of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, which commemorates the annual International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Hamidu Yepade filed in the report.
Globally, from 25th of November to the 10th of December every year, 16 days are dedicated to various activities aimed at eradicating violence against women. In Osogbo, Osun State residents staged a walk from the Freedom Park to Osogbo Grammar School to raise awareness about the campaign.
The religious leaders, we need to come around, and our imams and other priests have to put more effort to sensitize our members on the need for us to stop violence, sexual and gender-based violence. No way a woman would want to upset you, a woman will do everything to want you to be angry, but no matter how angry you are, you need to know that beating a woman is not an option. A woman beater is less a human. You have women as your mother, as your sister, as your auntie, as your wife. So treat them well. There is nowhere a man is going without the input of women. We are here on the planet Earth to respect ourselves and to complement our efforts in life.
Uzoma Ayodeji, who spoke on behalf of the United Nations organ UNFPA, charged Osun State government to strive to achieve 0% gender-based violence by 2030.
We are sensitizing the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, all the community leaders, the stakeholders to ensure that gender-based violence, violation of the rights of women and girls is eradicated in Osun State.
Secondary school students who participated in the rally said they were educated on the negative consequences of gender-based violence and the need to eradicate it from the society. Amid Oyegbade, Trust TV News, Osogbo.
You're still watching news updates on Trust TV. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. In business, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and other major oil-producing nations on Thursday announced that they would further slash production next year in an effort to prop up volatile prices. But prices dropped right after the meeting, with analysts saying that the market had expected more from the 13-member organization of the petroleum exporting countries, the OPEC, and its 10 partners. Following the virtual meeting of OPEC Plus ministries, Riyadh announced it will extend its voluntary oil production quota of 1 million barrels per day until March 2024. Moscow said it will slash oil exports by 500,000 barrels a day, up from 300,000 barrels a day so far until March, following the tough talks. Now, Iraq, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Kazakhstan, Algeria and Oman will also make smaller cuts, OPEC said in a statement. In the foreign scene, Guinea-Bissau National Guard soldiers freed 2 government officials who had been questioned by police on Thursday night before exchanging gunfire with special forces, according to the military and intelligence sources. Economy and Finance Minister Suleiman Saidi and Secretary of the State for the Treasury Antonio Monteiro had been summoned by the judiciary on Thursday morning and taken into custody. The police questioned the 2 officials for several hours about a withdrawal of $10 million from state coffers, according to the same sources who spoke on the condition of anonymity in the country. He claimed that the withdrawal the lawmakers had questioned Saidi about the withdrawal during National Assembly session on Monday. He claimed that the withdrawal was legal and intended to support the national private sector. The members of the National Guard took Saidi and Monteiro to an unknown location on Thursday night before seeking refuge in the barracks in the southern Santa Lucia district, the sources said. The AFP journalists saw members of the Guinea-Bissau Stabilization Support Force deployed to the country by the Economic Community of West African States patrolling the streets of Bissau on Friday morning. In sports, Nigeria's Super Eagles forward gifts Oban back to the scoring ways for KAA Gent in their emphatic 4-1 win over Zoria Luhansk. Oban, who has been in and out of the team due to injury and loss of form, but the team coach Hein van Zeekbrugge confirmed on Wednesday that he will be in the starting lineup for the Europa Conference League. It was Malik Fofana who put the host ahead in the 20th minute before an own from Batahov increased the tally for them in the 49th minute. Hoban netted the 3rd goal in the 55th minute before Gandeleme sealed the game with the 4th goal in the 75th minute. Denis Nahnoi reduced the deficit for the away side in the 82nd minute as the game ended in favor of KAA Gent. And with that, we wrap up News Update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms and join our YouTube live stream for more news programs and documentaries. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.